రెండు తిప్పలు డాడీకి వస్తుంది. అరే మను
Hello, am I audible?
Madam, you're audible, madam. Yes, madam. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
External is joined, sir?
No, not yet, madam. Waiting for external, sir, madam.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. వస్తుందా? పోస్ట్ డిజేబుల్ చేశారని చెప్పా, నాకు షేర్ చేయడానికి రావట్లేదు. షేరింగ్ డిజేబుల్ ఉంది కదా, అది షేరింగ్ డిజేబుల్ ఉంది. ఓకే. అయితే Aditya sir, is this visible to you? Aditya sir. Aditya sir.
చెప్పండి సార్, చెప్పండి.
Visible sir, is this visible? I have shared my screen. Is this visible?
Yes sir. Please raise your voice, sir.
Now is this okay, sir? Am I audible, sir? Sir, Krishnamohan, sir. Sir. Hello, Aditya, sir. Aditya, sir. No, sir. Can you ask Naidu, sir, to call our external guide, sir? Ramesh garu.
Hello.
Sir, once you please call Ramesh, sir. Ramesh, sir, not yet joined, sir. External examiner, sir. Hello, am I audible, sir? Sir. Once you please call Ramesh garu, sir. External examiner, sir. Sir. ఒకసారి రమేష్ సార్ జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు సార్ ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఎగ్జామినర్ సార్ ఉమాదేవి మేడం జాయిన్ సార్ కాల్ చేయండి సార్ ఒకసారి హలో సార్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు సార్ కాల్ చేశారా సార్
Yes, sir. Because technical, we are setting some. Just we are on 10:30, we are doing it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right, sir. Right. Please. Yes, sir. Hello.
sir.
Madam, good morning. Hello.
Sir.
Hello. Hello. Madam. Madam, good morning. Yes, sir. Madam, we are just starting, madam. Sir also has come on the line. Okay. Okay, madam. Right, madam. Okay, madam. Right. We are. Okay, madam. Right. Good morning, sir. Good morning, madam. I welcome you to the PhD thesis public viva voce examination of my candidate, Mr. Mario Indal Rao from Bharatiya University. I thank the Vice Chancellor and also the Director of Bharatiya University for giving us an opportunity to conduct this public viva. I heartily welcome Professor H.N. Ramesh Garu, Professor, Department of MBA, Kuvempu University, Jnana Savadri, Karnataka, and Dr. N. Umadevi Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of BS MED, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore. I now request Mr. Maridu Kondalrao, the research scholar, to proceed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
You can start now.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Respected Dr. Y. Krishna Mohan Naidu Garu, Director, Pragati Mahavidyalaya PG College, Hyderabad, and convener to this Viva examination, and also my research supervisor. Respected Dr. N. Umadevi Garu, Assistant Professor, Department of BSMED, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, and also University nominee to this Viva examination. Respected Dr. H.N. Ramesh Garu, Professor, Department of MBA, Kuvempu University, and also external examiner to this Viva examination. Respected professors, associate professors, assistant professors, research scholars, experts, my colleague friends, and other participants, very good morning to one and a warm welcome to PhD Viva examination. Myself, M. Kondal Rao, research scholar, Research and Development Center, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, presenting today my research journey on the topic a study on self-help groups and its impact on empowerment of rural poor women SHGs beneficiaries, Khammam district, Telangana. Welcome to all. And my presentation overview, introduction, review of literature, profile of self-help groups and its members, socio-economic and political empowerment of rural poor women SHGs members, problems of rural poor women SHGs members, summary of findings, suggestions and conclusion, scope for further research. Introduction. Women empowerment. Women empowerment means improving the economic, social, religious, political, educational, cultural, spiritual, self-reliance, legal awareness, self-confidence, positive attitude, gender power of women, and association of women. Women empowerment has become one of the most significant concerns of the 21st century, not only at national level, but also at global level. Globally, women represent 49.6% of the entire population, 40.8% of the total workforce in the social sector, and 66% of the world's work, produce 50% of the food, but get only 10% of the income and 1% of the assets. Coming to the self-help group, the beginning of self-help group is from the thought of Grameen Bank of Bangladesh, which was founded by Muhammad Yunus. Self-help groups were started and formed in 1975. In India, NABARD was initiated in 1986 to 87. Thereafter, Reserve Bank of India advised commercial banks to participate actively in this program. All the regional rural banks, cooperative banks, NABARD and NGOs have been largely supplying driven as well as a recent approach in the provision of financial services to the poor. SSG is a small group of women who come together with the purpose of finding solution to a common problem such as medical issues, livelihood generation, watershed management with a degree of self-sufficiency. SSGs are small, formal and homogeneous groups consisting of 10 to 20 members. SSGs have also improved as a powerful tool and an efficient mechanism for providing the loan to needy people in the rural areas. It includes poverty alleviation and women empowerment. And coming to government programs, the government programs for women development began as early as 1954 in India, but the actual participation began only in 1974. Since 1974, Government of India has been formulated and implemented many programs and schemes for women, which are operated by different departments and ministries. Some of the programs for women welfare and empowerment are Integrated Child Development Scheme, Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, Mahila Samriddhi Yojana, Women Entrepreneur Development Program, Support to Training and Employment Program, National Mission for Empowerment of Women, Integrated Rural Development Program, Training of Rural Youth for Self-Employment, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, Women's Development Corporation Scheme, Women's Working Women's Forum, Mahila Udyam Nidhi, Mahila Vikas Nidhi, Mahila E-Heart, Surakshita Mantritva Abhiyan, Development of Women and Children in Rural Areas, and many more programs have been initiated and implemented in practice. And coming to self-help groups in India, the status of self-help groups in India as on 31st March 2017. The total number of self-help groups linked with the banks 85.77 lakhs. Out of total, exclusive women self-help groups 73.22 lakhs. Total savings in banks rupees 16,114.23 crore. Out of total, exclusive women self-help groups savings rupees 14,283.42 crore. Total number of self-help groups credit linked during the year 2016 and 17 were 18.98 lakh. Out of total, exclusive women self-help groups 17.16 lakh. Total amount credit linked during the year 2016 to 17, 38,781.16 crore rupees. Out of total, exclusive for women self-help groups 36,103.13 crore. Total number of self-help groups having loans outstanding as on 31st March 2017, 48.48 lakh. Out of total, exclusive women self-help groups 42.84 lakhs. Total loans outstanding as on 31st March 2017, rupees 61,581.30 crore. Out of total loans outstanding exclusive for women self-help groups 56,444.24 crore. This was mainly because of the net addition of 6.74 lakh self-help groups during the year, growing the total number of self-help groups by 8.5%. Estimated number of families covered up to 31st March 2017 is 1,010 lakhs. Self-help groups in Telangana state. Telangana state is the 29th state of India. One of the India's poorest, has used development of self-help groups extensively as the primary tool of poverty alleviation and empowerment. Though self-help groups were started in 1993 in Telangana state, that is Andhra Pradesh before bifurcation, SERP implemented self-help groups in all 31 districts in Telangana state. All the commercial, regional, rural, and cooperative banks are involving in self-help groups. The total savings in 3 banks rupees 1,59,282.18 lakh with 6,32,781 self-help groups. Loans disbursed rupees 8,02,058.05 lakhs to 2,65,366 self-help groups, and loans outstanding 12,05,261.16 lakh for 6,07,443 self-help groups. And self-help groups in Khammam district. Self-help groups were started in 1994 in Khammam district. The concept penetrated down only in the recent years. Among the district of Telangana state, Khammam district occupies a predominant position in starting of self-help groups. Among the total, 77.40% were rural and 22.60% were urban people. As on 9th May 2018, there were 26,026 self-help groups exclusively for women with savings 96,705.17 lakh, and the average is 3.72. A statement of the problem. The Nobel laureate Amartya Sen assumed and stated that poverty was not only an economic problem, but it has both social and economic dimensions. To eliminate poverty, efforts are made to develop the poor people properly. The rural economy is seen for its poverty, the difference in gender, low income distribution, unemployment, harassment of women, poor education, etc. It is in this background that self-help groups are the sources of support for these oppressed women. Poverty and resulting variation is a situation that is controlled through a combination of financial, cultural, and social factors which promote a kind of people under the poverty line. This approach of empowerment has estimated for the last 2 decades. And research gap and need for this study. Several investigations showed that Self-help group programs frequently in the form of credit or microcredit plans and savings have reached in developing the lives of poor women by creating a way for enhanced income and increased self-confidence. There is no suitable study on impact of self-help groups on empowerment of rural poor women, self-help group beneficiaries, respect to personal, socio-economic and political empowerment, the motives for entering self-help groups and problems of rural poor women SHG members in the study area of Khammam district, Telangana. Therefore, this gap was identified and tried to fill through this study. The study is initiated to analyze not only the savings status, but also the personal, socio-economic and political empowerment through self-help groups. The motives for entering self-help groups and problems of rural poor women SHG members in the study area. Objectives of this study: to study the profile of self-help groups and demographic profile of the rural poor women SHGs members, to examine the income and expenditure of the rural poor women before and after joining self-help groups, to study the reasons for joining the rural poor women in SHGs, to analyze the impact on socio-economic and political empowerment of the rural poor women after joining self-help groups, to identify and analyze the problems encountered by the rural poor women in self-help groups, to suggest measures for improving the living conditions of the rural poor women through self-help groups. Coming to the hypothesis of this study, there is no significant relationship between the empowerment of the rural poor women after participating in self-help groups. There is no significant relationship between the influence of demographic factors on the rural poor women empowerment and self-help groups. There is no significant difference between the income and expenditure of the group members before and after joining self-help groups. There is a significant relationship between the personal empowerment and socio-economic empowerment and political empowerment of the rural poor women SHG's beneficiaries. There is no significant relationship between the reasons for joining in self-help groups and the financial status of the rural poor women beneficiaries. There is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women SHG's members and personal factors of the respondents. Research methodology. Research methodology helps in how to use libraries, books, and other knowledge resources, facilitates significant evaluation of literature, and develops personal attention and abilities. And it helps to understand the attitude of others and creates awareness of the special needs of the research process. Outlining research implies that setting down the procedure for
Excuse
planning.
me, your voice is not audible system correctly.
Oh, sure.
Is
this audible, sir?
Yeah.
Is this audible, sir? No?
It's audible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, area of the study. So, I have chosen 5 mandals of Khammam district, Telangana state. Research design, descriptive in character. Sources of data, both primary and secondary data have been taken. Primary data, after successful pilot study, the data collected by using well-structured schedule. Secondary data, the reports of DRDA, NRLM, APMs, VOs, NABARD and others have been taken, the secondary data. Pilot study, the period of pilot study was March to April 2016, where I have chosen 100 samples to conduct the pilot study. Period of survey, the field survey carried out from August 2016 to February 2017. And statistical tools, data analyzed with the support of tables, frequencies and appropriate statistical tools like t-test, analysis of variance, regression and correlation analysis, chi-square test, factor analysis and cross-tab test. And sampling design and sample selected. Simple random and multi-stage purposive random sampling methods have been adopted to obtain primary data. Total design is divided into 4 stages. In first stage, 5 mandals were selected. In second stage, 5 villages from each mandal. In third stage, 5 groups were chosen from each village. And in fourth stage, 1/3 of the members chosen from each group from the selected. And these members must have joined at least 2 years ago and taken at least 1 loan were randomly selected. Khammam district is totally divided into 46 mandals. Out of 46 mandals, and have chosen Ponakal, Vaira, Madira, Tallada, Chintakani were for a research study, and the total population in my research area is 1010 self-help groups and 10,021 members respectively. And out of the total, the data collected from 500 members from 125 groups for this study, and this is a sample size which is equal to approximately 5% of the total population. And coming to reliability statistics, after collecting the data, the collected data through the pilot study is subjected to reliability test by using Cronbach's alpha and proved that the research instrument reliability is good. A general accepted rule is that alpha of 0.6 to 0.7 indicates an acceptable level of reliability according to Hulin et al. 2001. From the output of reliability statistics obtained through Cronbach's test, alpha value of 0.70 is greater than 0.60, the standard. The reliability test could be concluded that this research instrument is good and it indicates an acceptable level of reliability. Scope of this study. This study is confined to only the study area Khammam district, Telangana state, and tried to study only the personal, socio-economic and political influence of members before and after joining self-help groups. It is restricted to only few beneficiaries among the total. It is examined how far the program is helpful in raising the income and levels of existing situations of the rural poor women SHG's beneficiaries and enable them to cross the poverty line. It is from the standpoint of self-help groups and its members' positions in the study area only. Limitations of this study. The study is limited to the area of rural poor women SHG's beneficiaries, Khammam district, Telangana. Some of the respondents were biased and did not reveal all the details required. Evidence shown in the study is based on the data provided and a discussion held with the self-help groups members. Individual valid records were not maintained by some of the self-help groups, and empowerment is estimated based on the responses of the group's members. Findings of the study were based on restricted coverage of only 5 mandals in the study area, and some of the respondents' spouses didn't allow the respondents to discuss their personal, financial and social state to the researcher. Coming to the chapter 2, review of literature. The literature of the earlier investigation is considered to support the study. The reviews are presented at international, national and state level for the object of the help of the readers. It is essential as it accomplishes several purposes. It guides the researcher to identify the suitable problem, to develop proper research design, and to determine the scope and size of the research work. It also provides the information up to date in the area of research and it will guide to establish the foundation for present research. Keeping this in view, an attempt has been made done critically review the literature of the earlier research works related to the present study. An effort is made to give a short summary of literature related to the influence of self-help groups on empowerment of women and poverty elimination. Hence, this chapter explores the contribution of related literatures to the empowerment of women. So, they are the some of the literatures reviews that I have included in my thesis, that is Shashi Kanta Rao et al. 2018, Muhammad Mafizur et al., Shankar, Mahesh Kumar et al., Gayatri, Vigneshwara Swamy et al. These are the recent literature that I have reviewed, which I have included in my thesis. Chapter 3 discussed profiles of self-help groups and its members, and it was divided into 3 sections. And section 1 discussed about the origin of self-help groups, features of self-help groups, objectives of self-help groups, organization structure, decision making by groups, formation of self-help groups, role of self-help groups, genesis of self-help groups in India, impact of self-help groups movement in India, need for women empowerment, self-help group bank linkage program, types of self-help group and bank linkage programs, progress of self-help groups in India, Telangana and Khammam district, and some case studies in the study area. And coming to growth of the self-help groups in India, since last 10 years, the highest growth percentage during the year 2009 with 22% and lowest during the year 2014 with only 2%. But during the year 2013, there is a negative rate, that is 8%. After 2014, the growth rate is gradually increased until 2017 from 2% to 9%. It shows the growth of self-help groups in India. And section 2 discussed about the profile of respondents in terms of age, literacy level, occupation, marital status, annual income, category, religion, size of the family, residential house status, land details, occupation, income generating activities, monthly income and expenditure before and after joining self-help groups, and also prepared a frequency table for these factors, variables, and interpreted the results. And frequency table of profile of the respondents. It is observed from this table, out of 500 respondents, respect to the age, 32% of the members belongs to middle age group, that is 41 to 50 years, and they were actively participating in self-help groups. This may be due to the reason that middle age women commonly have more experience, awareness, concentration, challenging nature, and were more excited to promote their own and increase the family financial positions. And respect to the literacy, 64.8% were illiterates, and it is noted that more than half of the respondents were illiterates in the study area. In the case of illiterates, in some families, there are still some gender differences as women stay away from the schools and education. This may be the reason for the problems they are facing in rural regions and the culture they are following in their places. Respect to occupation, 84.2% were employed in occupation coolie, and it is also noted that the respondents belonged to coolie and agriculture in the study area joined self-help groups to empower their knowledge in order to change the occupation. Marital status, 74.4% were married, and this could be a reason to the girls, if married, they get the responsibility of the family and they begin thinking on all the means of their family growth in all the areas of economic, educational, social empowerment than compared to unmarried girls. And respect to annual income, 50.6% belong to the high level in annual income, and the reason for these outcomes because of their participation and commitment in several entrepreneurial activities. Therefore, the annual income for the majority might have been raised after joining self-help groups. And respect to category, 32.2% belong to scheduled caste, and the reason for this outcome may be because of the members belong to coolie and scheduled tribe and the lack of awareness. Respect to the religion, 51.4% belong to Hindu, and it is seen that most of the members responded are Hindus. And respect to family size, 53.8% belong to very large number of families, that is greater than equal to 4. Majority of the members family size is 4 because of awareness of respondents after joining the group. Respect to income generating activities, 35.4% engaged with dairying, and it is assumed that more than 1/4 of the respondents employed with dairying after joining self-help groups. It might be because of the financial support from the self-help groups where they were taken loans and started dairying. Coming to occupation before and after joining self-help groups, it is clear that there is a change in respondents' occupation before and after joining self-help groups. Out of the 500 respondents, 4.8% with caste-based before joining, but it is decreased to 2.8% after joining self-help groups. 73.8% of the respondents with occupation coolie before joining, but it is decreased to 32% after joining self-help groups. 18% with occupation agriculture before joining, it is increased to 22.6% after joining self-help groups. Only 2.6% self-employed before joining, but it is increased to 39% after joining self-help groups. Employed, empowered from 0.6% to 2.8%, and business also improved from 0.2% to 0.8% before and after joining self-help groups. And by observing this, overall, there is an improvement in occupation of the respondents after joining self-help groups. And profile of the self-help groups in the study area. This section discussed the self-help groups profile in the study area, including age of the group, size of the group as on date, duration of the membership in group, source of awareness about the group, role of respondent in the group, selection of the leader, monthly subscription or savings, responsibility of the respondents in the group, opinion of the respondent about the performance of the group, and also reasons for joining self-help groups. Coming to the analysis of data respect to the profiles of self-help groups, from this table it is observed.
Hello, sir. Control Rao, sir. Your voice is not audible.
Is this okay, sir? Now
Okay, okay, fine.
unmuted, somebody unmuted, sir. Thank you, sir. Now is this okay, sir? Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, thank you, sir. 55.8% are belong to the middle age groups, and it is assumed that maximum of women joined in middle age groups. 75.8% belong to the group size. Ten members at the beginning, and group size with 10 members increased from 75.8 to 81% at present. And it is observed that number of groups with the size 10 has been increased. 39.6% have a membership for more than 15 years, and it is assumed that most of the members of self-help groups have a membership for more than 15 years and experienced. Nearly 46% opinioned that as good, 34.8% as excellent, and 16.2% as average, and only 3% as poor. It is decided that self-help groups are running as good in the study area. And data analysis and interpretation. Chapter 4 discussed about the socio-economic and political empowerment of rural poor women self-help group members. It was divided into 4 parts. Part 1 discussed about the structural transformation before and after joining self-help groups. This table clearly revealed that the structural transformation before and after joining self-help groups. In case of a permanent house before joining self-help groups. Sir Aditya, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, some message is coming, sir. Please move this window away from the shared application. What is this, sir? Is that visible to you, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thought it
Can you
was
please
your
see that?
presentation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No,
In
no
case of
problem.
permanent house, before joining self-help groups, it was only 38.2%, but after joining, it was increased to 61.8%. It reveals that acquisition of house after joining self-help groups. Most of the respondents acquired land after joining self-help groups. The rate is increased from 30.4% to 69.6%. Electrification before joining self-help group is 41.6%, but after joining it is increased to 58.4%. The rate of toilets available at respondents' homes increased from 8% to 92% after joining self-help groups. Means here the respondents have got awareness about the importance of toilets at their homes. 94% of the respondents owned vehicles after joining self-help groups, but before joining it is only 6%. In case of bullock carts, buffaloes, goats and others are increased from 7.2% to 92.8% after joining self-help groups. It is reveals that awareness is increased. Finally, it was assumed that the maximum respondents were increased their assets after joining self-help groups. Respondents' perception on personal empowerment. To analyze the respondents' perception on the personal empowerment, these are the factors were considered, that is self-confidence improved, living standards increased, family status increased, communication skills improved, leadership quality. Communication skills improved, leadership quality improved, decision making skills improved, increased relationship with friends, behaviorals has changed. To analyze the respondents, here these many factors were taken. It is observed from this table, out of 500 respondents, 72.2% strongly agree with the factor self-confidence improved only 3% strongly disagree with the same. 67.8% strongly agree with the factor living standards increased and only 3.4% strongly disagree with the same. 58% strongly agree with the factor family status increased and only 3.4% strongly disagree with the same. 67% strongly agree, but only 4.2% strongly disagree with the factor communication skills improved, and 48.4% strongly agree with the factor leadership quality improved, and only 2.8% strongly disagree with the same. 61% strongly agree with the decision making skills improved, and only 4% strongly disagree with the same. 47.6% strongly agree with the increased in relationship with the friends, and only 3% strongly disagree with the same. 47.4% strongly agree with the factor behavior has changed, and only 3.6% strongly disagree with the same. It is concluded that on an average, the opinion of the respondents falls between strongly agree and agree with respect to the factors of personal empowerment. Coming to the part 2, socio-economic empowerment reveals the awareness of the respondents. Awareness of the respondents respect to government schemes, banking systems, and rates of interest. Analysis shows out of 500 respondents, 98.8% were said yes, and only 1.2% said no for the awareness of government schemes. 97.4% said yes, and only 2.6% said no for banking systems. 82.4% said yes, and only 17.6% said no for the rate of interest in banks. From this analysis, it is noticed that the majority of the respondents improved their knowledge and awareness after joining self-help groups. To examine whether there is a significant difference between monthly income before and after joining self-help groups, the hypothesis is framed and tested. Null hypothesis: there is no significant difference between monthly income before and after joining self-help groups. Here, from the results or from the analysis, it is observed that the computed value of T is greater than the table value with degrees of freedom 499. It shows that there is a significant difference between monthly income before and after joining self-help groups. Hence, the hypothesis is rejected at a 5% significance level, and it is observed that after joining self-help group, the income level of the respondents has been increased. And also, to examine whether there is a significant difference between monthly expenditure before and after joining self-help groups, the hypothesis is framed and tested. Null hypothesis: there is no significant difference between monthly expenditure before and after joining self-help groups. The results are observed that computed value of T is greater than table value with degrees of freedom 499. It is assumed that there is a significant difference between monthly expenditure before and after joining self-help groups. Hence, the hypothesis is rejected at 5% significance level. It is concluded that after joining self-help group, the expenditure of the respondents has been decreased. And coming to satisfaction level of the respondents, to analyze the satisfaction level of the respondent, factor analysis has been adopted. To test whether the factor analysis is valid, the hypothesis is framed and tested. Null hypothesis: there is no statistically significant relationship between satisfaction level of the respondents and joining self-help groups. It is observed from the table, the p-value is less than the standards, therefore reject the null hypothesis. It shows that there is a significant relationship between the reasons, impact, and joining self-help groups. From this table, it is also found that the KMO is exactly equal to 0.740, which is greater than 0.50 standard, which indicates that the sample is adequate and fact analysis is considered as suitable tool for further analysis of data. A total 6 factors have been extracted. Each factor is composed of all those variables that have factor loadings greater than 0.5. 18 variables were combined into 6 factors, and 6 factors were extracted from the 18 variables used in this study. These 6 extracted factors revealed that 52.92% of the variability, the reasons for joining self-help groups. This explains over half of the variability in reasons for joining self-help groups. Coming to the cluster analysis, clustering of satisfaction factors in self-help groups. 6 factors were recognized as being maximum percentage variance estimated. Here the 9 factors were grouped together as factor 1 and the total variance is 17.77%, 3%. 2 factors formed factor 2 and the total variance is 8.797%. 2 factors grouped into factor 3 and the total variance is 7.558%. And 3 factors that such as financial burden could be overcome, teaching methods of increasing income helps me to identify the wasteful expenditure, formed factor 4 and the total variance is 6.557%. And 2 factors such as understanding the economic status and taking up the leadership positions in the self-help groups constituted factors 5 and 6 and the total variance is 6.406% and 5.831% respectively. The factor analysis summarized and simplified the 18 variables and grouped into 6 factors, explaining 52.922% of the variability of all the 18 variables. And political empowerment through self-help groups. Part 3 discussed about the awareness of self-help group members about the politics. The respondent was asked to provide their opinion with respect to selected factors to measure the awareness about the politics, such as idea about the politics, contested in elections, and the political background of the family. It is observed from this table, out of total respondents, 82.2% said no to the idea about the politics, but 87.6% contested in elections after joining self-help groups. About 88.4% said no for the political background, but they want to contest in elections. It is said that women were politically improved after joining self-help groups, even though they do not have any political background. And coming to the demographic factors and awareness about the politics, to measure whether there is a significant relationship between the demographic factors and the awareness about the politics, the hypothesis is framed and tested. Null hypothesis: there is a significant relationship between demographic factors and awareness about the politics. From the table given, after analyzing the data collected, the findings of hypothesis are: there is a significant relationship between the age and awareness about the politics. There is no significant relationship between literacy level and awareness about politics. There is no significant relationship between occupation and awareness about politics. And there is no significant relationship between marital status and awareness about politics. And there is a significant relationship between annual income and awareness about politics. And there is a significant relationship between category and awareness about politics. It is concluded that majority of the factors impacting awareness about the politics in the study area. And part 4 discussed about the overall empowerment of rural poor women through self-help groups. To measure whether there is a significant relationship between the personal, socio-economic, political and overall empowerment of the respondents and joining self-help groups. The hypothesis is framed and tested. Null hypothesis: there is no significant relationship between the personal, socio-economic, political and overall empowerment of the respondents and joining self-help groups. It is observed from this table, the calculated values of T is greater than the table values with the degrees of freedom 499. It is significant. Hence, the null hypothesis is rejected at 5% level of significance. It is concluded that there is a significant relationship between personal, socio-economic, political and overall empowerment of the respondents after joining self-help groups. Finally, it is proved that after joining self-help group, the overall empowerment of the respondents has been increased. Coming to the reasons for joining self-help groups, to analyze the data collected for the reasons for joining self-help groups, factor analysis has been adopted to test the hypothesis regarding the interrelationship between the variables. To test whether the factor analysis is valid, hypothesis framed and tested. And null hypothesis: there is no significant relationship between the reasons for joining in self-help groups and the financial status of the rural poor women beneficiaries. From KMO and Bartlett's test, it is observed that the p-value is less than 0.05, therefore reject the null hypothesis. It is says that there is a significant relationship between reasons, impact and joining self-help groups. It is also found that KMO is equal to 0.744, which indicates that the sample is inadequate and factor analysis is considered as a suitable tool for further analysis. Based on Varimax rotation with Kaiser normalization, 3 factors have been extracted and each factor is composed of all those variables that have factor loadings greater than 0.5. So these 3 extracted factors revealed that 51.36% of the variability, the reasons for joining self-help groups. And clustering of reasons for joining self-help groups, the factors recognized as the maximum percentage of variance is estimated. 5 reasons, that is to get the self-help group benefit as it is suitable for the women, to create the self-employment and to increase the recognition in the society and to increase the savings, are grouped into factor 1 and account 26.36% of the total variance. And 4 reasons such as because of my family members, to enjoy the credit facilities, to satisfy the needs of my children and to increase my communication skills were grouped as a factor 2 and account 13.76% of the total variance. And 2 reasons such as one of my friends joined and to participate in child welfare services, grouped as factor 3 and account 11.23% of the total variance. Thus, the factor analysis summarized and simplified the 11 reasons and classified into 3 factors and explaining 51.36% of the variability of all the reasons. And chapter 5 discussed about the problems of rural poor women, SHG's members. In this chapter, researcher tried to examine the problems encountered by self-help group members due to lack of education, family support, risk-bearing capacity, caste, religion, rich and poor, low-income generation, insufficient loans, group rivalry, partiality of officers, and conflicts among the members and others. And the table shows that problems in self-help groups, it is observed that 60.8% accepted that there are some problems exist in self-help groups and 39.2% noticed that no problems. It is also clear that out of 304 which have responded to there is some problems in self-help groups, there are some problems exist, but these problems are very simple problems, and 40.8% moderate and only 2.6% severe problems exist in self-help groups. It is concluded that most of them expressed that they are facing simple problems in self-help groups. And demographic factors and criticalness of problems in the study area, to measure whether there is a significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and personal factors of the respondents, the hypothesis is framed and tested. A null hypothesis, there is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and personal factors of the respondents, and the findings of hypothesis are there is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and the age of the respondents. There is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and the literacy levels of the respondents. There is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and occupation of the respondents. There is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and marital status of the respondents. There is a significant relationship between problems faced by the rural poor women members and category of the respondents. There is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and size of the family members. No significant relationship between problems faced by the members and residential house status, and no significant relationship between problems faced by members and land of the respondents, and there is no significant relationship between the problems faced by the rural poor women members and group size of the respondents as on date. It is concluded that the demographic factors is not at all the reason for the problems facing by the respondents in the study area. And coming to the summary of findings, chapter 6 discussed about the findings, suggestions, and conclusions. Chi-square analysis shows that there is a significant relationship between demographic factors and opinion about the self-help groups. Factor analysis confirmed that all the reasons considered or influenced the respondents to join in self-help groups. Hence, the majority of the members are continuing in self-help groups. Crosstalk analysis revealed that there is a significant relationship between the age, literacy level, occupation, category, and other demographic factors and membership in self-help groups. 98.2% availed loans from the groups and only 1.8% is not availed. It is also noticed that among the respondents availing loans, 43% availing loans when they were required money. 80.8% participated in programs conducted by self-help groups. It is assumed that maximum of the members showing interest in participating programs. Crosstalk analysis also revealed that there is a significant relationship between the demographic factors are impacted by the opinion about the self-help groups, utilization of loans, and also the participation in programs conducted by self-help groups. And findings respect to the personal empowerment, 94% respondents owned vehicle after joining self-help groups, but before joining it is only 6%. In case of bullock cart, buffaloes, goats and others, increased from 7.2 to 92.8% after joining self-help groups. It is also observed that there is a structural transformation of assets after joining self-help groups. 72.2% of the members strongly agree with the statements self-confidence improved, living standards increased, and communication skills improved. It is found that on average, the opinion of the respondents falls between strongly agree and agree with the respect to the personal empowerment. ANOVA result also showed that there is a significant relationship between age, literacy, occupation, and other factors and for personal empowerment after joining self-help groups. It is also noticed that the respondents belong to the agriculture have a high impact score on personal empowerment compared to the other occupations before and after joining self-help groups. Respect to the socio-economic empowerment, ANOVA shows that the demographic factors of the respondents significantly influenced socio-economic empowerment. Chi-square analysis revealed that demographic factors of the respondents have a significant relationship with the monthly income before and after joining self-help groups. Perry t-test disclosed that there is a significant difference between monthly income before and after joining self-help groups. It is found that after joining self-help groups, the income level of the respondents has been increased. It is also proved that there is a significant difference between monthly income before and after joining self-help groups. And it is found that after joining self-help groups, the expenditure of the respondents decreased. Hence, it is assumed that the proportionate change in monthly income of the respondents is more the changes in expenditure. Respect to political empowerment, 82.2% were aware about politics and 87.6% contested in elections, but without any political background. ANOVA test proved that all the demographic factors have a significant relationship with the political empowerment. 78.6% strongly agreed with held a leadership position in self-help groups, and it is found that amongst the list of political impact factors examined for the study, many of the factors lying between strongly agree and agree by the respondents, which indicates that there is a political empowerment after joining self-help groups. Respect to the relationship between personal, socio-economic and political empowerment, the highest mean rating 4.3891 is given to the socio-economic, 4.3105 for personal, 4.3016 for overall empowerment, and 4.0960 for political level. And t-test proved that there is a significant relationship between the personal, socio-economic, political and overall empowerment of the respondents after joining self-help groups. Correlation analysis proved that there is a positive correlation between the personal, socio-economic and political empowerment. And overall, it is found that the socio-economic and political empowerment is depending on personal empowerment. Respect to the findings of problems in self-help groups, 62% of the members agreed that there are some simple problems in self-help groups due to lack of education and knowledge, lack of family support, and risk-bearing capacity. It is found that amongst the list of self-help group problems, factors examined for the study, the majority of the factors were disagreed by the respondents. Factor analysis revealed that 12 variables were identified as the problems, which have been reduced to 5 factors, which explains much of the primary data. The 5 factors extracted together account for 74.75% of the total variance. The highest communality is for the problems of low income generation resources and the least for the interference of political leaders in self-help groups. And finally, the suggestions for the respondents are, it is noted from the study that majority of the respondents were middle-aged group, and the government authorities must concentrate on young women and encourage them to enroll in new self-help groups to promote entrepreneurship and empowerment of young women. It is also found that many of the respondents were dropouts from the school, and those women with college level education would be given specific instructions to promote and help them to commence their income generating activities. A majority of the respondents were coolie, hence officials also need to focus more on women belonging to agriculture and employed to enhance the economic development. And respondents should be aware of the family planning programs also. Respondents need to increase the economic status and obtain the agriculture land to effective utilization of credits taken from the self-help groups in the form of loans. And respondents need to increase the economic status and obtain the agriculture land to efficient utilization of credits taken loan. Very few members have begun income generating activities. Hence, self-help group authorities should take the initiation to support and motivate the poor people, women members, to start own business to become an entrepreneur. Savings of the respondents is only 100 rupees, and respondents need to try to increase the savings to more than 100, that is 200, so that they will eligible to avail more amount of loans which can lead to economic empowerment. And it is suggested that mostly self-help group members should reduce their conflicts to extract the best result and to become a successful earning group with a team spirit. And conclusion, this study revealed that self-help group members attained moderate success in personal, socio-economic and political empowerment. However, most of the areas need development. The potential of the poor women self-help groups today is not fully employed. If the self-help group members recognize their individual role in the different activities of the improvement, social and economic fields, they will be able to plan, mold and initiate different programs for the improvement. Need to teach about self-help group loans as an anti-poverty device and what women can do make a difference. Finally, there is a necessity for review commission on self-help groups and its purposes. It must suggest changes related to approach and plan of self-help groups programs, as well as changes to have an impact in the elevation of poverty. And the scope for further research, a comparative study of rural women self-help groups and non-self-help group members may be attempted. Impact of self-help groups on urban women members, women entrepreneurship development, investment mobilization among rural women, and impact of various programs on self-help group members. And finally, winners self-help groups. And thank you so much for your gift of time. Thank you all. Hello. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much to all.
I think now it is time for interaction seems.
Yes, sir.
I think the research supervisor or chairman of this panel
Sir.
can ask the participants to interact with the Yes, Kondal Rao.
Yes, sir.
At the outset, I would like to congratulate you for making such a seamless, what I say, presentation or reading,
Thank you.
reading
Thank you, sir.
such a huge thesis. Have
Thank you.
taken almost 60 minutes to complete your work.
Sir.
And what's the time scope of your study? You said time scope. Can you come back again? What is the time scope of the research?
Scope of research.
What's the duration of the study? Yeah, time scope, time scale. From what period to what period you covered? It's from which year to which year? It's 2
So
years.
that is, yes, sir. August 2016 to February 2017, sir. Around 8 months.
17. That's what I was surprised to listen to your presentation, that in a span of 1 year, there was a lot of change in the woman profile. You said those who have not house, they have constructed house. Those who are coolies, they have become, maybe their economic status is improved and other. Was it possible in the span of 1 year? Was it the real impact of the SHG group or SHG groups, this one on women's economic status in your, as per a researcher opinion? You just comment on this. Was it possible in a span of a year to convert their status, because all the variables we have identified are proved to be positive since it may be either education or economic status or awareness of politics. In all the variables, you show there is a positive growth before after.
Yes, sir.
In a
Thank
span
you
of
so
1
much.
year, has it happened, or you have collected data pertaining to the earlier period also?
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for your question. Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir. Actually, sir, that is a survey period, sir, that I have taken August 2016 to February 2017 is a survey period, sir. And I have collected data for the last 2 decades information, sir. The people who have
2
joined
decades
since
info.
1994.
That's what I asked. Scope, time
Yes,
scope of your study.
Yes, sir. This is only period of the survey, sir. And the information collected from the people who have joined in the group, self-help group since 1994.
Also, you have used an instrument before and after. Okay, like it was appearing like an experimental design,
Yes,
where
sir.
you have used a simple experiments like before and after design, because your data is on before the condition before the SHG participation and after the SHG participation.
Yes, sir.
How you could you were able to capture both the data before and after? Is it just orally asked them, or you are really see the economic conditions before and after?
So I have used that well-structured schedule, sir, to collect the data before and after joining self-help groups, respected to structural transformation of their assets and all, sir. So what is the
It's a
status
one-time
of
measurement, no?
members?
The measurement is one time,
Yes, sir.
one-time measurement.
Yes, sir.
But how precisely? Because you statistically spoken that this is how the changes has taken place in all aspects. Was it with the help of one-time measurement? Can you precisely say that this change has taken place? What's your justification? Because normally for these kind of evaluative studies, maybe 1 or 2 times 2 measurements, or maybe sometimes more than 2 measurements are necessary to precisely measure the impact.
Yes, sir.
Before after study is the best design.
Yes, sir.
Before the implementation of the scheme and after the implementation of the scheme, because your study focuses on the conditions before and after. But with the help of one measurement, that means capturing data once, how we were able to, statistically, because it's a research work going to be recorded, we were able to say that this is the impact of SHG's intervention.
Yes, sir.
Because there may be other agents also. No, what are the other factor variables, exogenous variables you kept in mind while doing the study could affect the economic conditions, the social status of the, the target respondents.
Yes.
What other exogenous variables probably could intervene, including, apart from SHG, it's not that only SHG has not converted, no, the beneficiaries. There are other factors also.
Yes,
What are
sir.
those other variables you kept as a researcher in mind while focusing on SHG's impact?
So, thank you, sir. Actually, in my study area, there is no like a much impacted schemes or programs that have been impacting, influencing these respondents, sir, other than these self-help groups.
Hmm.
And these after joining self-help groups,
Okay.
most of the respondents were
Yes.
converted, changed the structural transformation of assets. Means this is a
Good. Anyway,
major one which has influenced more on
Mhm.
self-help group members.
so as an of your research, I have many, okay, because work you must have taken 4 or 5 years to complete. Page number 16 and 182, page number 89, and page number 100. There are many statistics. No, because time, it researcher is not,
Sir,
at least
sorry, sir, not audible,
also
sir.
you can, yeah, it's audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now it is audible, sir.
I was talking about statistical errors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, focus on that because this is going to be kept in many people will
Yes, sir.
now
Page number 16.
those changes I have mentioned. So like, page 89, 16, 53, 182, 1 and 120. These are some of the pages where I noticed some statistics.
Yes,
That
sir.
the value presented in the value given in the interview is not matching.
Okay. Yes, sir.
What farm district help to do to utilize SHGs? That suggestion is not given, it seems. If you simply say what is the current status, what done is also to be, no. So is it audible?
Sir, it is little. It is breaking, sir. Voice is breaking, sir.
Okay. Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for asking questions, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. This is. Can I have a question? Can I ask?
Sure, madam. Sure. Welcome, madam. Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. First, I would like to congratulate for the wonderful presentation you have made on self-help group. I just want to understand the concept, the scientific way in which you use to segregate your sample size. No, sir. I just want to know what scientific formula you have used for choosing a sample size.
Sir, madam, so I didn't use any scientific formula that I have used to select the sample size, madam. Based on the population, 5% of the total population was taken as my sample size, that is 500, madam. The total population is 10,021.
Okay.
Out of that, 5% has been taken as sample size, madam.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Madam, your voice is not audible, madam. Sorry.
Yes, sir. So okay, sir. Fine, sir. I was just understanding like you told like population is 10,000, right?
Yes,
so
madam.
on what basis you found that population?
That is
5% came to conclusion for the population.
Yeah, 5%.
No, that's population. On what basis you describe the population is 10,000, sir?
So based on the performance, their experience since
Hmm.
1994, their regularity, their consistency in self-help groups, madam, I have chosen those groups as a population in my study area, madam.
Okay, sir.
The
Fine, sir.
loans
Thank
that
you.
the loans that you have taken in the groups
Hmm.
long back. So based
Okay,
on
okay.
these factors, I have chosen, madam. Thank you so much, madam.
Okay, sir.
Problem
Thanks.
question is there any scientific that 5% sample is sufficient for the why normally
Yes, sir.
in some percent of the population, suppose
Sir.
5%, in what
Sir.
base 5%? You would have gone for 10.
Hello, sir. Sir, am I audible,
For
sir?
earlier question,
Sir.
you said 5% of the total population.
Sir.
Is there
Yes,
any
sir.
rule that this is the percentage of the sample that is ideal?
Sir, no, sir. Actually,
Normally,
after yes, sir.
hmm,
Sir,
normally
after
people say that 20% of the population is ideal sample.
sir, sir.
In your case, it is 5%.
Yes, sir.
Is it adequate?
Sir, after discussions with my supervisor, experts and statistician, based on many discussions, based on their suggestions, I choose it that 5% of the total population as a suitable one, sir. So then have proceeded.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Suppose if you go by any rule like percentage, normally
Sir.
in
Sir.
some experts say that 20% of the total population. That's
Sir.
not possible in the research.
Sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Hello, Kondal Rao, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
My name is Kumar. Congratulations, very nice presentation.
Thank you,
Sir, I
sir.
have two questions. First one, what is the difference between questionnaire and schedule? And second one, what type of question you taken for data collection instrument? These two questions I wish to ask, sir. Can you clear it?
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for participating in asking questions, sir. Sir, actually, there is a difference
thank you.
between the question. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes, audible. Tell me.
Thank you, sir. So, yes, sir, there is a difference between the questionnaire and schedule, sir. Questionnaire means where the instrument is filled up by the respondents, whereas coming to the schedule, where the instrument is filled up by the enumerator or the researcher by asking questions the respondents, sir. So both
Okay,
are the
sir,
data
okay.
collection instruments, but this is the
One
difference
is
between.
one
sir.
is structured, another one is unstructured.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you.
And
Thank
the
you.
second question
So
that you asked, sir, what type of questions? So what is that, sir?
You taken
you-
for data collection instrument.
So,
What type of
what type of
questions
questions
taken
you
for
taken for data collection?
taken
Sir,
for data collection instrument?
sir, I have used open and closed-ended questions for demographic, socio-economic, and political factors data, sir. And also I have used a 5-point Likert scale, that is from the strongly agree to strongly disagree, to measure the reasons for joining self-help group, but their satisfaction levels and so on. Sir. Mostly open-ended and closed-ended, and 5-point Likert scale was taken for the instrument, data collection instruments, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Nice response.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your guide, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Hello, Kondal Rao, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, this is Dr. Rupa from Mysore. So my question to you is very general, sir. And first of all, I congratulate you and very well presented. The question is like, what you have learned from the process of doing your PhD?
Yeah, very good afternoon, madam. Thank you so much for participating, and thank you so much for asking question, madam. My research journey is around 6 to 7 years, 7 years, madam. And during my journey, I have learned like the first and foremost important skill is that time management, first of all. So one of the
Okay.
first skill that I improved my research journey. And the second thing is importance of relationship with the human beings, and how to talk and how to work with others, and how to give the oral presentation, and also self motivation, and how to write the research and how to edit it, how to convince others if I'm not able to collect any information, and also improved my thinking ability, and learned finally learned how to learn things from the society.
Okay. Good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much for participating. Hello, sir, am I audible? Sir, 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 am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible. You are audible.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Sir, yes, sir, answered, sir. Sir, Dr. Vinodini madam, yes, sir, I have a questions. Dr. Vinodini madam, good afternoon, madam. So what are the implications of your study to the society?
What are the implications of your study?
Suggestions, madam?
Yeah, what are the implications for the society you have given? Since the research is considered as contributing to the literature, contributing to the organization or policy decisions, and to the society. Now, for this particular one, what is your contribution to the society as a researcher?
Yes, madam. My contribution is I have suggested to the society that how to empower the economic and socio and political status, madam, by using the available resources, and especially respected to the self-help groups. I have suggested all the respondents and the self-help group members that empower their economic empowerment, personal, socio-economic and personal and political, by using the self-help groups and also the society.
Uh, there has to be a change in the society. Apart from suggestion, what sort of change you are looking at from the society through self-help groups?
Yes, madam. Apart from this, they have to see that different programs and schemes that are initiating by the government, as well as they have to initiate their own businesses, like income generating activities, in order to develop their own, instead of depending on self-help groups or the governments or any other persons. So they have to start. They have to start income generating activities to empower their economical status along with the personal status.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kondal Rao.
Thank you so much,
Congratulations.
madam. Thank you. Thank you so much, madam.
Yes.
Sir, sir, audible, sir. You are audible, sir. Yes, sir. Answered, sir. Answered, sir. Questions are answered. Waiting. Yes, sir. Answered, sir. No more questions in chat box, sir. Yes, sir. One more question is there in chat box, sir. Sir, one more, sir. Sir, one more question in chat box. Dr. Leela, madam, what is the motive to choose this topic for your study? Thank you so much, madam. Good afternoon, madam. And the motive or inspired me to take up this topic especially is, this is my personal interest, madam, because when I was studying my intermediate, like actually I'm drop out from intermediate, madam. After first year, due to lack of 2000 rupees, I dropped my intermediate due to lack of income source. So now, I'd like to know what is the status of especially these women in my study area. So I take up this topic to conduct the research and to know whether the women, especially women, because if women empowered, everything is empowered, even society also, families, villages, mandals, and everything will be empowered. So I would like to know that whether the women were empowered in the society or not. So now there is no such problem what I faced in my childhood. So now everything is good by using these loans that are available in provided by the banks. People are satisfying all those activities like children marriages, education, agriculture requirements. Everything were satisfying by using the loans taken from the banks. So the motive is this, madam. What I have faced in my childhood, that was not facing the people and children at present scenario. So that was the good initiation taken by the governments to start the self-help group programs in the country as well, especially in my area, study area. Dr. Leela, madam, am I audible, madam?
Sir, yes, sir, you are audible.
Thank you, madam. Thank you so much, madam. Thank you. Hello. Sir.
Professor Ramesh sir, can I conclude? Madam Umadevi sir. Hello. Sir. Professor Ramesh sir. Umadevi madam? Yeah, hello. Sir?
ప్రొఫెసర్ రమేష్ గారు,
Professor
sir.
Ramesh sir.
ఉమాదేవి మేడం.
Professor Ramesh sir. Dr. Umadevi. Dr. Umadevi madam. Hello.
సార్ సార్ సార్
Professor Ramesh sir. Ramesh sir, line lera.
కృష్ణమోహన్ సార్.
Kondalrao.
సార్ సార్
Kondalrao.
సార్ సార్
Professor Ramesh sir is not on the line.
Ramesh sir not on the line, sir. Umadevi madam is there in line, sir. Sir, once you call, sir. Once you call, sir.
Madam. Umadevi madam. Can we conclude the meeting, madam? Hello. Umadevi madam.
Kondal Rao sir, you can make a call. I think they are not
Yes.
online.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Better you or your guide can make a call.
Aditya. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time. Okay, okay. No problem, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, you need to give your report, sir. You send it by mail to me. Right. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you very much. Okay.
Krishnamon, sir.
Kundalra, I am just talking to Professor Ramesh, sir.
Sir. Sir, can I start the vote of thanks, sir?
I'll speak to Umadevi, madam. Just wait.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Madam, shall we conclude? Yeah, I just wanted your permission, madam. Yeah. I am not able to. I am not able to hear you, madam. Okay. Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. Thank you. Right. Bye. Kondal Rao.
Sir.
Yeah, I'm concluding.
Sir, vote of thanks, sir. Shall I start vote of thanks?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So I bow my head with reverence to Almighty that has showered the blessings on me to get through the whole task of my PhD thesis and brought it to the logical end. The course of this thesis is also the journey of my life, and I wish to thank all those who helped not only in my work but also influenced my life in a holistic way. I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to respected Vice Chancellor, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to do the research work and complete successfully. At the outset, I wish to thank and express my profound gratitude, indebtedness, and appreciation to my esteemed mentor, my research supervisor, Dr. Y. Krishnamohan Naidu Garu, Director, Research Supervisor, Pragati Mahavidyalaya PG College, for guiding me patiently through all these years and giving this valuable guidance, perspective, encouragement, and indispensable suggestions. He was the beacon who inspired me to look for the right answers. He is the mentor par excellence, and I am indeed fortunate and honored to have been his student. Despite of his busy schedule, Sir accepted me as his student and took all my research work responsibilities. Thank you so much, sir, for your great support during this journey. And it gives me immense pleasure to thank external examiner Professor H.N. Ramesh Garu, Professor Department of MBA, Kuvempu University, Karnataka, for your acceptance and support to complete my research and to get the degree. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude to Vice Chancellor nominee, Dr. N. Umadevi Garu, Professor, Department of BSMED, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, for your acceptance, contribution, and support in my completion of this presentation and to get the degree. Thank you so much, madam. Thanks a lot. I take this opportunity to express my deep sense of gratitude and thanks to my professor and well-wisher, Professor D. Sriramulu Garu, Professor, Department of Management and Chairman of DOS, Usmania University, Hyderabad, for his immense help, support, and guidance in accomplishing my research work and for giving me the opportunity to take the valuable suggestions whenever I need. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot. I would like to warmly acknowledge and profound thanks to my well-wishers, Dr. Y. Vinodini ma'am, Professor, Department of Management, Anwarul Ulum College, Hyderabad, and Dr. L.R. Reddy sir, Professor, for their encouragement and inputs to walk me through this work. Thank you so much, ma'am and sir. My sincere thanks to all the panel members of research review meetings for their valuable suggestions, corrections, and guidance during my research journey. Thank you so much to all the professors who helped me to complete my thesis. I find myself short of words in expressing my sincere thanks to Dr. Krishna sir, Assistant Professor and Statistician, Department of Statistics, Usmania University, Hyderabad, for his guidance and help in data analyzing using different tools and run this SPSS. And thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend my thanks and gratitude to the management of ACE Engineering College, Hyderabad, and especially our principal, sir, Dr. B.L. Raju Garu, for their continuous support and cooperation during my research work and allowing me to attend review meetings whenever I want. Thank you so much, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to thank Dr. Lalita Madam, Professor, Department of English, ACE Engineering College, Hyderabad, for her continuous support and guidance in completion of my research work. My sincere thank also goes to all the faculty members of ACE Engineering College and especially my colleagues, Department of Management Science. Thank you so much to all for your encouragement, cooperation, and understanding during my journey of research. I am short of words to express my gratitude to my beloved friends, relatives, and well-wishers for their support, the stimulating discussions, and who helped me directly or indirectly during my thesis work. I would like to thank especially project managers of self-help groups, Common District, assistant project managers at mandal levels for giving me the permission for field survey. And I never forget the cooperation of village organizers and especially the group leaders at the village level who have played an important role in completion of my research work data collection. Without their cooperation and sincere support, my work was impossible. Thank you so much to all. I would like to thank all the staff of R&D Center and Control of Examination, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, for their cooperation and support right from the taken admission to till today. Their support is very highly appreciated. And whenever I call to know the information about my research work, they used to respond with a humble and respect manner and never felt irritation. Thank you so much to all sirs and madams working in R&D Center and Control of Examinations. I would like to thank the librarian, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, librarian, Department of Management, Usmania University, and librarian, Central Library, Usmania University, for their cooperation and allowing me to visit the library for review the past thesis, journals, and research papers to complete my review of literature. Thank you so much to all sirs and ma'ams. And last but not the least, I wish to express my gratitude to my living gods, my parents. Today, what I am is just because of them. I am really thankful to Almighty that has helped me to fulfill the dream of my parents. How can I forget thank my half-life and my wife, Mrs. Sunita, my son, and my daughter for their continuous support, encouragement, and understanding during my research journey. Without their cooperation, it is impossible to complete my research. Thank you so much, dears. I also wish to thank our technical executives for their contribution and helped me to complete this presentation successfully. Thank you, Aditya sir and Albert sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm thankful to my God for bringing them in my life and made my dreams true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all and all the professors, associate professors, assistant professors, colleagues, friends, experts, and students. Thank you so much to all for participating and make this online examinations successfully. Thank you to all. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you so much, sir. Hand over to you, sir. Krishnamohan, sir, please unmute your audio, sir. Mic. Sir, unmute your mic, sir. Sir.
Kundal Rao,
Sir, sir.
congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
All the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I thank all of you for making this event a grand success. Thank you very much. Okay, Kundal Rao.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shall I conclude, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Sir, shall I end the meeting, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Shall I end the meeting, sir? Aditya.
Sir, once you ask our Krishnamohan Naidu, sir.
Oh, he said the meeting will
Ended?
end it.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Then you can start.
Okay.
Sir, recording you can see, sir. Recording.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks to all. Thank you so much. Please kindly fill the attendance sheet which was posted in chat box. Thank you to all. Aditya sir, can I leave the meeting?
Hello?
Aditya sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Aditya sir,
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
can I leave the meeting, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.